I was asked this question the first time in 1967. When will we have a 2-hour marathon? And my answer back then was, well, let's get a 1-hour half marathon first, which of course we had. You know, well, the problem is VO2 max varies a lot. And we've even done research on this. The higher your VO2 max, the worse your running economy is. I don't know why, but that's kind of the way it is. And so the two things that count are how economical a runner are you and how high is your VO2 max. And the higher your max is, the worse your economy tends to be. Because I can tell you, I had 3 women I tested, and one of them had a 73 VO2 max, one of them had a 69 VO2 max, and one of them had a 60.4 VO2 max. And all 3 of them ran within 3 seconds at the same time for a 3K. And the one that had the 60.4 was our national champion in the 10K. The worst VO2 max. A lot of people would say to her, I'm sorry, darling, don't worry about being a runner, you don't have a high enough max. I tested a swimmer, a woman swimmer, who had a VO2 max of 56 and won the Olympic gold medal in the 400-meter freestyle, which is the same as a mile run, 4-minute race. And so those kind of people with a lower max make up for performance with better economy. It doesn't cost them as much, just like some automobiles get more mileage to a gallon. That's a good question. I worked for a Nike shoe company for 6 years. So my job was to test shoes. So the most economical shoe that they ever made that I ever tested, of course it's been years since I quit working for them, so they've got newer models, you know, but the Air Mariah was the most economical shoe they ever made, and they quit making it because of marketing. People want to see a new shoe. Whether it's better or not, that doesn't matter. They just want to see a different model. They don't want to see the same thing over and over and over again. What was his name? Kutz, the Soviet guy in the '56 Olympics in Melbourne, who won the 5 and 10 by doing hard runs and hard and slow, and everybody else went with him, but he'd been doing that in training, and so it worked for him, and everybody else he killed off and won so those were interesting races. Probably one of the greatest races, it wasn't a race, one of the greatest performances I ever saw was Jim Ryan, when he broke the world record in the 880 yards. Because he went out in 53 and came back in 51. And I'll tell you what, he left people in the second lap.
Negative splitting at 800.
This guy can run. He was unbelievable. I visited the distillery once, and I had to show him my driver's license to prove that was my name, because I told him that was my name. I don't even know, because I don't drink. I had a beer once in 1980 something, I think. I don't know. I have no idea what I would need.
So we stumped Jack Daniels.
I could ask my. Well, maybe it'd be Jack Daniels without an apostrophe S. Huh?